Okay, so starting off, why don't we go through the armory deck? So Bolton is fully out. It is lacking a huge quality of M, similar to KO, but the equipment is quite interesting, right? So it looks like a fine deck, fairly easy to pilot, right? Everything is low cost, and the basic gist is swing, charge, or charge, swing, and then swing again. But yeah, Luminar's Ascension, and then Saving Grace. And with Redan, it's okay. It's probably, again, on the lower side of power level, right? But it's still, it's a nice looking deck. The equipment is probably most standout, mainly because we have Solar Plexus, right? And this is just light equipment, and that is huge because I think this card is significantly more impactful in Prism than it is in Bolton, right? Although Bolton does like yellows, everyone likes yellows, the whole light gimmick is yellows, I do think it just has all around much better use in big long turns with Prism, similar to what you're trying to do with KO, because it is basically the same concept, right? Destroy this, banish a card from your soul is a little different, but yellow cards cost one less for this whole turn, and that is pretty substantial. But other than that, everything else is Light Warrior, so I'm very curious about that. Is this just a sneaky little, Prism highlight? But yeah, so once again, the deck is probably going to be grabbed and pulled apart specifically for this piece, regardless, right? If anything, it has a bit further reach than just the Brute chess piece, right? Even though that goes for Levia, KO, and Reiner, this goes for Prism, old, new, and Prism is vastly more popular, at least in my opinion, right? And then it also goes to Bolton as well as any future light heroes. So this is definitely a worthwhile pickup just to hold the chess piece, and that's going to be interesting. But yeah, altogether, again, it's solid. It's just not spectacular. Saving Grace is the only new card from the looks of it. Is Light the Way new? No, Dust Till Dawn. Actually, we can sort of read the codes. Dust Till Dawn. Well, I know Bolt of Courage is not new. Monarch, Monarch, Monarch. Dust Till Dawn, Dust Till Dawn. Welcome to Wraith. Welcome to Wraith, Monarch. Dust Till Dawn, Dust Till Dawn. Belford Blitz new? No, Monarch. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with light cards overall, but I do know Saving Grace is new. Take Flight is not new. Yeah, so Saving Grace is the only new card, right? As additional cost to play this, you may charge your hero soul. If you charge, target attack gets -2 this turn. It's a good amount of defense, but again, not overly spectacular. I think you strip this down, you keep some of the equipment, and then you just turn it into an axe deck, right? And you'll have probably a bit decent more success, but I don't see anything here, and I'm not a Bolton player, so forgive me, but I don't see anything here that is huge for advancing Bolton as a deck, right? So when this defends, you may charge your hero's soul. If it's a yellow card, charge this. If a yellow card is charged this way, create a courage token. That's fine, right? The better way to do this is if we just look at the current warrior equipment, right? That is accessible. What's the easiest way to do that is go class, go warrior, type, do equipment. Yeah. So we have the big pieces. I'm trying to think what's currently run. Soulbound Resolve, I don't know if that's super run, but then we have the Warband of Belena and Dynamo. I don't think Dynamo is ever replaced because it's just such value block. Ironsong Versus. So next sword attack this turn gets when this hits, create a courage token. So I guess the gloves will be run overall. Next weapon attack gains +1 only if you control a weapon that's hit, and go again. With the Battle Wand, alright, well I guess it's another easy way to charge your soul. So the gloves are fairly decent. The Halo instead of the Warband. So when this defends, you may charge your hero's soul. If it's a yellow card, draw a card. That is kind of nice, right? But then you have the next time you attack this turn, you may charge your hero's soul. If it's a yellow card, charge this way, draw a card, and go again. And is that better? The temper makes it kind of nice, but well, yeah, for the simple fact that you can get... No, you can't get multiple use out of this, but you can block and then get use out of this. This kind of feels kind of close, right? You may charge your hero's soul when this defends. No, that is significantly worse, because this is all defensive, right, rather than reactive. So you're charging on your opponent's turn rather than your turn. which only has some benefits, whereas charging on your turn with an attack can be a lot more devastating, because I do think overall aggression is the better route when in doubt. Solar Plexus, again, really nice. I don't think it's super huge in Bolton, though. When it's defense, you may charge your hero's soul the first time. You'd be dealt damage each turn. If you charge a turn, prevent once. Overall, it's just a mountain of block, right? So, yeah, the -1, I don't think is super huge, right? Because Bolton is already kind of a very low-cost deck. And it's more about stringing cards together and having the resources to put it into your soul, more so than pitching, right? So I don't know if the -1 goes a long way. Right, if it was a freebie, right, the next yellow card is free, but then that would be insane in Prism with Herald of Erudition, right? But yeah, so I don't think it's that huge for Bolton. I think Bolton still runs Soulbound Resolve, Warband of Belinar, probably the new gloves, but then still maybe Valiant Dynamo, right? Or the boots. When it's defense, you may charge your hero's soul. The Quicken token is actually kind of nice, actually. So maybe the boots do see play, but yeah, overall, right? I don't think it's going to be as huge as the KO deck. Again, we sort of skipped past it with Azalea already being announced, right? Which we kind of thought they were taking them slow, but I guess not. Still, it's a solid deck, and you should probably just pick it up for Solar Plexus, because this is just another bonkers card that has a lot of possible speculation, especially if we are heading into, you know, the third set for Monarch, which seems to be the general gist everyone is thinking about, right? It's coming sometime next year. But yeah, I don't know. The Armory decks so far are okay. I feel like they could be, you know, taken up a little bit, right? Even just a fully functional sideboard, which you all keep spouting. But yeah, still somewhat solid. Threes of everything. Interesting. We'll see what the all the deck tech videos that come out are actually going to be like, right? But let's crack some packs, right? That's why we're really here. We can do that. Single TCG player. Oh yeah, and Luminaris Ascension being the main M that's in it, obviously is not an expensive M, and we'll just see good use. So yeah, nothing really to say about that. We'll go back to... What am I opening? I don't know, I have a whole stack of boxes once again behind me. I guess we'll just grab something and crack it, although there is one thing that I do want to check on. Enigma. I haven't done it in a while. How far has she fallen? Where is she? Not the Marvel. There we go, New Moon. Ah, cool. She's down to 14. So, I know another week, and I can make my whole video. She's at $10, right? She will just continue to plummet, right? This card has absolutely no value as time goes on. Anyway, go back to Flesh and Blood, and I guess on top of the piles, we have Klloo Unlimited. So I guess I'll do. Start with Klloo. Probably just do a round robin. I do think this was like the pinnacle of their shipping and packaging. It's such a nice box, even the exterior cardboard, the red tape instead of the well, it's still red tape, but it's not like this papery tape, right? It's actual plastic tape. Actually, no, it's the safety tape. Anyway, I digress. But then the actual Klloo boxes themselves have always felt really nice, because they're just perfect fit, basically. And the cardboard on the boxes are a little bit bigger than nowadays. But we'll start with a box of Klloo Unlimited. So, we want a Tunic, and we probably want... I don't need another Cheyenne. I think we've already pulled like 2. I missed it? No, here we are. Oh, Snag has gone up a lot, actually. There's actually probably a few cards that have gone up. Especially the Wizard stuff. Going into Rosetta. But it has a lot of good M equipment, too. You won't mind getting in Rainbow Foil. Yeah, it's such a rigid box. And also, tear tabs. I love. Makes things nice and quick. Alright. So, I'm not really searching for anything in particular. main reason I am opening packs and probably going to continue just tearing through all the sealed I have stored is mainly because I think overall that finding certain cards, right, foil rares and M's will go a long way more than holding boxes, right? The right set comes out, Alice does the right thing, and all of a sudden, these M's do go up substantially, right? And if you just time everything correctly, then you can make the money, and that's nice, right? And also, just flesh out collections. Massacre to start off. I think that's a horrible M, but we'll grab out the foils too, since this is Klloo. So Massacre, we might as well look it up, right? Well, usually I just like seeing if it's on the first page, but it's not. We also have some very decent Azalea cards. The one thing I will say about the Azalea deck, right, no matter how much support it builds for aim, all it's really doing is increasing, the powerfulness of Seek Horizon, right? Because aim is basically always just have a card face up, regardless. So whether or not you actually still run aim, it's still going to further cement the current playstyle of Azalea and just make her stronger overall. That's really nice. Massacre's not a nothing M, but it's not a fantastic M. So unlimited, just $1.50, right? Slowish start. Alright, Towering Titan into nothing. Foil goes there, they go there. Impact's already in my way. Clean things up a little bit. Foils and M's, foils and M's. A little bit dark. Alright. The back three. Right? It's always just back three. There's probably some decent commons. Can't remember what sticks out for Crucible of War. But, nada. Maybe I should be separating the rares. Nah, I'll do it at some other point. Into Flying Kick, Dauntless, and a High Speed Impact. Right? The less M's, the better chance of other stuff. That's the way we like to think about it. I'm not tearing these fully. Alright. We get a foil Zephyrneater. Again, I love, actually being able to open foil equipment. Oh well. I guess we'll stick that over there. So it's a little bit nicer. And then just do rares. Yeah, getting the Rainbow Foil Heroes and equipment from the boxes just feels cool. I think it also then amplifies the Cold Foil promos, right? Because you get a little taste, and then you can get the better foiling by going to events. I digress. Gaze the Ages is definitely going to be impactful. Let's see. I feel like it'll be on the first page of Klloo. Gaze the Ages. Yeah. Has it shot up much? No, not much, but it's still... Well, it's actually going for a little bit more. It is a $15-ish Majestic. And I have a feeling it's only going to rise, because, again, it's so strong. Being able to opt and then get it back, right? As long as you have the action point. And again, Lightning Wizard seems to be easily able to have a surplus of action points. Reinforce the line? No, that doesn't sound like a good probably decent once upon a time. Alright. High Speed Impact. And nada. I think we'll do 2 boxes of each set that we dictate to open. Traps. Don't need any more of them. Although they are nice, right? Because they've been errated. Was it the Klloo ones that were errated? No. It wasn't the Klloo ones that were errated. Whichever ones were errated. They're probably worth holding. I know there was the promos of the erratas. Magnetic Shockwave. I think this is devastating, but I think this is also something you want to kind of get rid of. Because Dash is on her way out. Yeah, so it's starting to drop, basically. As Dash hits L. One short. But, Nem's an M. Is nice, right? That cyclic nature. as a hero prepares to rotate out, we'll call it, right? Everyone, Gorgarian Tome, which I do like. Everyone has gotten into the mentality of it's time to sell off the deck and move to the next hero. So Gorgarian Tome is a nice pickup, so you don't need too many of them. I think it's very underrated. I love the concept of it, right? This whole Devil's Advocate. It's a 1 less 2 deck, which is generally pretty nice. If it had block, it'd be insane, right? Or it had instant, so you could play it on your turn. But even without that, right, the whole idea of it being, if we both play it, the first one to play it loses, basically, because the other one gets super high value, is such a cool concept. I kind of wish they did more mirror stuff like that, right? Be very interesting. Like they counted. I mean, okay. The other example of it would be Melody, right? And the fact that Final Act counts both pitches. So if your opponent pitches to defend, if you do anything first, then it gets stronger. That's a cool concept, and makes the whole tactics a little bit more layered, which is kind of interesting. All right, Promise Plenty, not another. Can't remember. I think the M's never at the back, right? So it's always that card. Or that card. Oil Tome. Probably look up Tome since we're here. Oops, I went one too far. I don't think Tome is too regularly played. But to me, it's such a nice card. Yeah. Yeah. An okayish M. What you need is a hero where draw is super busted. And that's squeezing extra little value will go a long way. Don't put boxes on your keyboard. Alright. Flying Kick. Got a Beast Within. Beast Within is a nice M to find. They've definitely gone up. I think we saw it on the first page too. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Beast Within is kind of going up. Still. If every M is about $10, then you're kind of getting the pack worth out. Trying to tempo into nada. What we want, just a nice big hit, right? A second Tunic. Have one to carelessly throw about. Well, since it's equipment, you can play with it slabbed, right? You can just stick it on the board in a case. Snapback is going to be kind of kooky. Cash In and a Chain Lightning. I do like Snapback. I do like Cash In. I think Cash In, is it still being speculated on, or is it dropped back down again? I think I'll put it to the side. I like Cash In. If there's one card I'd just, buy a ton of and hoard, it'd be Cash In and Cash Out. Yeah, still alright for a rare. What we need is a PvE styled set, or Everfest 2.0, where we just go back to trinkets, baubles, and glitters and gold. Quicken token, and go over there. Otherwise, nothing. Second last pack. We get ourselves a Rockslide Trap into nothing. Anything. Duty left. We get ourselves Increased Attention and a Righteous Cleansing. I think Righteous Cleansing was shown to me to be a very, very nice tech card. I don't think it sees that much play. Alright, we'll do one more box of Klloo. I think I tear through them nice and quickly. Well, you know what? No. We'll do one boxes at a time. We'll rotate to another set. Make these nice and short. I think that does better when I chop them up. Alright. Overall, performance per crew, decent number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and 2, yeah. So the usual pull rate for Majestics, right? 2 foils, 6 normal. All the wizard stuff, definitely good. KO is definitely sticking around for a bit, so brute stuff is good. I don't think Righteous Cleansing is going to be any interesting in... What's his name? Terra? The new Guardian? And then Magnetic Shockwave, right? Dash is on the way out, and I don't think any of the other Mechanologists will be as impactful. Just the momentum of starting with something is so impactful. And then, again, I like being able to find foil tokens and foil equipment and heroes. So I wish they would bring that back, but obviously they're reserved for the promos. All the other stuff is kind of just bulk. Need a bulk box. Do I have a bulk box? I'm looking around. I do. I put it way too far away, though. Okay, what next? How about some Welcome to Wraith Limited? Basically, I'm just going to be opening for like another hour and a half. What if we grab, we open? Then... Scissors. Alright, so what are we looking for? Welcome to Wraith. Oh, not those sets. Obviously, Tunic as well would be nice. Rainbow Foil goes a little bit harder than a plain one. Think Below's... Think Below in Welcome to Wraith? Yeah, it was in Welcome to Wraith. I think Welcome to Wraith still has some of the best core cards, right? I think, yeah, look at that. Red Snatch is coming back. Even if that is just an average. I think the lower rarity slots, mainly the super rare, or is it superb? I don't know why, I always think it's like superb, going with Majestic and everything, but I think it's super rare as well. But aside from Alliance, right? I feel like some of the super rares a bit more stably than some of the M's, but we'll see. Anyway, let's crack some Welcome to Wraith. Bottom pack. Good old plastic. Thinner plastic too. You can really crinkle. Alright, so I think everything was in the middle. Alright, goes the 2 main cards before the foil. The Savage Feast, yellow. Is that? Yeah, it's 5. So that's kind of nice. A lot of wind. Does a lot of wind seed play? I feel like it doesn't. I'm guessing the market price is kind of high because of first edition. Well, you know, $1. $1 for a card that doesn't really see much play. Although it might be skewed. It might be because Katsu doesn't see much play. And then a foil Smash Instinct, so I'll keep the foils. Get rid of the other stuff. Alright, starting off with an M is nice. Be every 3rd pack anyway. Quick Flak, Staunch Response, and a Wounding Blow. Alright. Should be looking through to pull out any of the red Sync Blows. Or even red Unmovables. I think just most red cards. They have decent stat value. Like Razor Reflex and the Pummels as well. Or is Valor? Unfortunately, they're already slightly bent. It's a word, right? The humidity down under. Flexed. Yeah. Red Snatch. Let's see. It is on the front page. What's a Red Snatch actually going for Unlimited? They're $2 rare, right? Very nice. Yeah, so we'll have to look through... Oh god, I should be looking through the back. If I remember correctly though, it's generics, the main stuff, the foil, and then class cards, right? I think that's always correct. Might be a little bit different. We'll put that with the weird Klloo card. Pummels, but not red. Drone, but not red. Oh, I've gone way too far. Surging Strike. And yeah, no generics. We don't care about the bubbles at all anymore. Oh, that one's really torn. Razor Reflex. I'm curious if they've gone up much. I'm not going to look it up. Hope Merchant's Hood for the new wizard stuff. I do think a lot of people will just play Brainstorm for the memes. Maybe that has something to it. All he wants is one E-Strike and we're super happy. Logarithm, I don't think it's worth it. Leg tap. Do normals. Rares. Actually, I don't know what the rates are. How many super rares you meant to get? How many majestic? I feel like it's 2 and 4 or something like that. From memory. I guess we'll find out. Nimblism, no. I don't think there's any good reds there. Razor Reflex, Wounding Ball, Scar for a Scar. We'll pull out the drones. There's our first super rare for a Showtime. I don't think that search has ever been worth it, right? When Showtime enters the arena, search your deck for a guy, attack action card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck. At the beginning of your active phase, destroy it, then draw a card. It's kind of nice, right? Draw and search. I guess the 3 cost sort of holds it back. Stroke of Foresight for the foil. Now the battlefield, no. Remembrance. Excuse me. A full playset of Remembrance was so hard to find down under here in Oz. No, that is the foil. I'm glad I found one. I do run quite a lot of Remembrances in weird gimmicky decks. Timestamp Potions, probably also worth putting aside. Same with the foil equipment. Nice. Heartened Crossstrap. Destroy this. It's banned, isn't it? Right? In which format? One of them. Next package card you play turn costs 2 less. I think Blitz. That is fairly insane. Regitating Slog. Another Red Snatch. Vigil's probably still worth something, right? Nature's Path. Pilgrimage. Nice that Welcome Wraith has so many, staple rares. Drone, Walk with the Feather Walkers. An interesting card. You can run the red version in KO. And it's kind of interesting. Razor Reflex. Nimblism is kind of good as well, is it not? So maybe I should be putting that aside too. That's not where the foil goes. The foil goes there. Yeah, so we're at 2 super rares. 1 normal M. But I think it's just double that, right? 2 M, 4 super rares. Primeval Bellow. Nothing else. Launch, Breakneck Battery. I mean, there are a lot of cards I would put in KO. Just to try and make it a really aggro deck. Oh, there. Finally a red pummel. Energy Pots, and another Lord of Wind. So, our two M's have been Lord of Wind and Lord of Wind. Not that great. Nada. Hopefully we can get like 1 more. Awesome equipment. Afriska, drone. Bonehead barrier is also not a great super rare to find. It's just a lot better damage prevention nowadays. More brutes. And it's already at a premium to run, right? You don't want too many. Klloo is good start. Wise nada. Come on, something good to end off. Question of strength. I don't think that's really worth putting aside, but we will. Alright, 3 left. Anything working at the bottom of the box? Nada, nada, and more nada. Come on, wrong color. Rising knee thrust. One more M or one more super rare, please. What's it going to be? It is last-ditch effort. Well, it was really a last-ditch effort, but I don't think that's really that great. I don't think we have any super fatiguey decks that want to run it. And if you want to run it in Enigma, right, you've got the new one anyway. But not a great box, in all honesty. One off, right? Because you're still meant to get about 8. We hit 2 Majestics, which I think is correct. And 4. No. Yeah, no, 2 off. Is the pull rate really that low? And only 1 foil 1. Interesting. Anyway, they can go aside, and these can go in the box. Well, we might as well do the trifecta. Where is Arcane Rising? Okay. Can this top the other 2? Hopefully. I think there are the most pulls in Arcane Rising out of the 3 currently. That is not the way I meant to do it, but we can go to Arcane Rising through this. Yeah, so all the equipment is fantastic. All the dash stuff, though, again, is a little problematic. But, you know, you can just move it. Hopefully Arcanite Skullcap has a decent resurgence. It all depends on what they decide to print. I don't think they'd give us a competing slot, right? I think they try to preserve it and focus on, you know, probably not chest. I feel like gloves could probably be another just straight defensive for a lot of classes. And we do have the physical one, right? The braces of... God, what was it? It's not a great one. Damage prevention one from Outsiders. And braces of something. Anyway, Arcane Rising's up next. Let's see what we can find. We don't want the Zac staples. We want... Well, I guess we don't really want Kano staples either. I guess we just want Art of War. Oh, and Fate Sings. Alright, they're a good card to pull. Go up here with the, like, maybe cards. And is there anything else I'm looking out for? I like Lead the Charge. It's weirdly worded. Oh, maximum velocity to start off is kind of nice. Foil. S's and M's. Stir the Aether Wind. Stir the Aether Wind's not good enough. Mage Master Boots and Lead the Charge is not. I find it so interesting how Lead the Charge is worded compared to everything else nowadays. There's probably a decent chunk of other cards as well, right? This is the staple R's for Mechanologist, Ranger, Wizard, Rune Blade, anyway? Probably could be. All the null rune stuff is probably going to go up too. Aether Sink, Absorbent Aether, and a Zap. Just one good old Art of War. We don't really need Command and Conquer. I would like Command and Conquer. I think there's enough good alternatives that you don't really need Command and Conquer. It's not as impactful as Inline Strike to me. Oh, I'm going to take the Moonwish out. And out of the two, I would also assume that it gets a lot of alternatives printed, whereas Inline Strike is in a very weird position, stat-wise. You can't make a card super stronger than it because it's already strong, as you can sort of tell with when they tried to split it up in Mistveil. Whereas I can see them easily just putting Arsenal Destruction or Interruption on various cards for various classes. Bullseye Braces. That might be decent. Knock the Death. Why do I say that? Anyway, it's probably fairly decent as well, right? Daily Search. Kind of disgusting thing. God, I'm getting tongue-tied for no reason. Basically, right, you find the card you want, that's gold, that's good. Stormstriders. It's not, it's dark, so it's Skullbone. Or Arcanite, right, from the little... we can say it's Skullbone. Oh well. I don't think that was a great one to find, but, you know, an L's an L. Nothing else we want. And we were talking about Azalea. So, obviously Seek Horizon is still just significantly better. For any aggressive deck, I cannot see Seek Horizon being overshadowed. But this does have Arcane Barrier, which is kind of nice. It has turn cards face up, which is kind of weird. You know what? Actually, I have never tried this in Riptide. No, because it doesn't work. Because you want an aim counter on Murky Water. You don't want just flips. The only card this really synergizes well with is Remorselessness. Everything else, it will never work with aim, because almost every aim card they print, to make sure this isn't a necessity, will be, you know, turn a card face up, put an aim counter on it. Something like that. So it's a bit unfortunate, but it will probably never be a fantastic card again, just because it does what's functionally wrong for the direction they've gone with Ranger, right? Oh well. Still, obviously, a very, very nice pull. An L's an L. Stormstriders were being fantastic, though, because, again, there's probably no way... You're like... What am I trying to say? Conversely to this, which, again, design has just gone in a drastically different direction, Stormstriders will always be impactful to Wizard, no matter what they do for Wizard, because it just makes something instant, and that's fantastic. 0 to 60. If they sort of tweaked it and made it turn a face down card, face up, give it an aim counter, that would be insane for the Skullbone. But, you know, that's never going to happen. I could see them just printing something to eclipse it. In fact, I forget the new one from... No, the new one from Azalea is draw a card if it has an aim counter, right? No one wants to fill off their fancy card. Alright, what else? Thunder Runs, Enchanting Melody. Enchanting Melody is an interesting idea. But there's no reason for it to stay around, right? Because no one's taking a turn of not doing damage. No one's taking a setup turn. High Octane, so we're hitting dash, which is fine. Whispers is kind of okay. It was Fate for seeing yellow. Octane is super strong. But, you know, it's probably actually valuable regardless of Mechanologist. I still just don't think any of the other Mechanologists really get played competitively once dash goes. But we all know that, you know, Pistol will probably stick around. Just too impactful. It's going to be too long before we get another mech set. Unless they do Armory or Strike deck for mech. Tome of the Arknights. I don't think I've seen that really played either. Come fights. Reveal the top 2 cards of your deck. If you reveal an attack action card and a non-attack, yeah, that is... that is way too hard to rig and pull off. If it had some semblance of Opt, maybe. But as that is, no. Norrune. Into Norrune. I don't know, I like the first iteration of Norrune. I know we have the promo set coming out. But I don't know, I like the purple glow. Hopefully it stays exciting and desired. Obviously the promo is still just going to be significantly more expensive. Rifting, fun card as well. Oh, another piece of Norrune. 3 boots in a row. Ha! Chains of Emirates. This is an interesting card to talk about. Because obviously you can ban so many things. And I think it's always been strong. In Enigma. The fact that you can make this, you know, instant 3 different things could be really good. But yeah, just being able to name a card and it can't be pitched, played, or used to defend is really cool. So, I'm curious. How's it going up, though? The main idea was, you know, to ban Chi. I hate to counter any of them. I wonder if that's being done as deck tech. Because obviously Zen is running away. Hey, Cosmo. The new Bolton deck. Yeah, we talked about it at the start of the stream. It does look a lot more playable. It still looks kind of weak. The main takeaway from it is the chess piece, but the chess piece is also more geared towards Prism, in my opinion, rather than Bolton, because Bolton is already such a low-cost deck that it's not going to be impactful enough to run that. I guess Chains of Emirates is not that desirable. But I'd still have it open, actually. Yeah, so Solar Plexus being destroy this Spanish card from your soul. Yellow cards cost 1 less to play this turn. Just has a lot more reach in Prism, especially with the Herald of Erudition turns. So buy it, take this out. As for the actual deck, I don't think it's nice. It's definitely playable, but it's not fantastic. I think overall the power level of the KO deck is actually kind of stronger, right? If you actually think about, you know, how much damage you're pushing compared to the average Blitz deck, this is still kind of on the slower side to me. But it is definitely a well-rounded, functional deck that seems really nice. You might be able to do devastating things with the weapon swing turns off of Luminar's Ascension. Norrune Hood. And Rifting for the foil. It's also hard to say because Bolton is vastly less popular than KO, than Brute. Hamstring. Push the points. Don't know if that still gets used to add that little bit extra damage. I don't think it's worth taking out the red. Take cover. Zap. Red in the ledger. Right, I think that's a decent M to pull. Yeah. Basically split just between Mechanologist cards and Ranger. Yeah, it's okay. So debilitating though. Being able to give it Dominate and then just buff it. Big arrow turns for Azalea. I don't think no matter how much they improve aim will ever be overshadowed. I think one of the issues they've done with aim is they've made them all debilitating effects rather than, you know, if it has an aim counter, do this insane amount of damage or something. Suction Chamber, another Mechanologist card. I'm pretty sure all... No, we got one Tome of the Arknight, actually. Whispers, Hamstring shot, eh. So I can't complain too much. We did get an L. Not a great L, but still an L. Sickum shot. The lucky last pack has what? Nothing. Is the answer? Oh well. What else can go up here? I think we did significantly better than the Welcome to Wraith box, though. Induction chamber, or Anna Chains of Emeralds. And that mainly Ranger and Mechanologist. I mean, they knock the Death Whistle into Red Ledger. It's like the epitome of the combo, right? Again, Skullbone, Cross Wrap. Just with the direction they've taken aim, just doesn't work well anymore, right? I don't know why they added in the extra step, right? Because the old design was basically, if cards were turned face up, then they do something. They do something a little bit better. But now they have to have an aim counter, and generally having an aim counter means they're face up. So, yeah. Unfortunate, but I don't think I don't think it will ever see more play than Seeker Horizon, because Seeker Horizon is just significantly better, and if aim becomes a more impactful thing, especially with the Armory deck, well, you don't want this, because you want effects that turn cards face up and give them an aim counter, not just turn them face up. So, good pulls, nonetheless. And a whole bunch more bulk. Well, we did the 3. Yes, we just continue onwards through the sets. The Monarch's up next. I'm gonna put the scissors. Is Monarch? Yes, this is Monarch. Okay, what are we looking for in Monarch? I guess just Herald of Erudition. Although we can sort of see, you know, the actual number of yellow cards Prism will like instead of Bolton. Other than that, anything. I don't feel like Vizet is still doing that great, nor is... Well, no, Levia is still kind of devastating. You need stuff from Monarch or Dust Till Dawn? I feel like Dust Till Dawn is more impactful. Everything's at the back now? Yes. Guardian of the Shadow Realm to start is kind of cool. Ode to Wrath, right? So, again, a high ball cost, right? So when... But it's Nora. Just imagine that, right? As Prism. You pop Solar Plexus and you just put out a bunch of auras. I feel like that is significantly more impactful than anything Bolton can do. I don't care about the foils from Monarch. No. We don't care about the foils from Monarch at all. Basically, just nice and quick. If there's an M, there's an M. Everything else is so-so. Now, if it was some way tooled around the axes for Bolton, that could have been cool. I do need to check the foil, because the foil could still be good. Yeah. Yeah, I still need to check the foil, because the foil could be good. Wasn't. Go to the back. Nada. Again, Nourishing Emptiness. By far the worst foil in the game. I don't know why they went so minimalistic with it. But it's still a nice card. The good old Talisman of Dowsing. Speculation. I'm pretty sure that's dropped off. And we can check, actually. Monarch. Was way overpriced. I think it's Short Printed? So it's not that great of a card either, so the short print really shouldn't matter. But yeah, just, again, Solar Plexus into the Herald of Erudition turns seems super strong. Yeah, it's not going to be anywhere near the front page. Warmongers, Halting Blade, right? 2S for each time you've charged a turn, so again, you don't need the discount. You literally just charge twice, and you're golden. Yeah, it's not on the first 2 pages. Time of Divinity was an interesting one, but again, more impactful in Prism than Bolton. Maybe it smooths over the OTK that Bolton used to have. Or he probably still has it. Just haven't seen it talked about immensely. Nada. And nada. We did get Eclipse last time, which is a bit sad. One thing I do hate, thinking about it more, is with the LL system, when they don't reintroduce the same hero and all the specializations go away. But I didn't realize that's the main reason Eclipse is horrid, right? Because it's a chain specialization, and they've basically said chain is no more. I wish they were, well, I guess class specializations wouldn't matter. Am I transferable? Not getting anything good, unfortunately. Nada. Herald of Judgment. Again, another fabulous yellow. If you can reduce its cost by 1 for Prism, just goes a long way. I'm pretty sure they know what they're doing with Solar Plexus, just being a light equipment card. It's Prisms. Soul Shield. Put Soul Shield into Hero Soul when the combat chain closes. Right. Great. Defensive turn that then sets up for Solar Plexus. Nada. It looks like it's gone up a little bit as well. Yeah. The nice thing is, again, the Bolted deck will breathe a little more life into Prism. And her cards as well. He's back. I guess he's doing laps to block, annoyingly. Nada. Another Talisman of Dousing. So what is it? Spell Void. And go again. Which is cool. You know what? We should look it up. Because it might be speculated on for Rosetta. Talisman of Dousing. No. I don't think we can go far back enough. I mean, the foil is still okay. But again, I dislike Spell Void. If this was like Relic, right, and it had Arcane Barrier, then that would see play, right? Because you just put it on the board and you'd wait. And it's just about drawing them. Oh, it's nada. Here's the foil, Herald, and Captain's Call. Something good to end off. Monarch box, maybe. Not that card, it's not that card. Pound for a pound, eh. Dimensional Crossroads. Go again. When you play an attack, action card, or a non-attack action card from the Banish Zone, if you haven't played another card of that type, this turns deal 1 arcane damage to the target hero. If you lose life, then you destroy it. That does not seem worth it whatsoever. Easily destroyed, and not a huge amount of payoff. Nada. And nada. Come on. Time skip is for the cold foil. Oh, I almost forgot we were back on first edition. I should be looking for the cold foils. And Seek Horizon. 3 for 2 action point. 3 for 1 extra action point. I don't think anyone really wants to make that trade, right? 1 card for 1 extra action point. Elder Ravages. Shadow of Blasphemous. Eh. Go on. Something good to end off. Hoping is not it. Or is that? Alright, last pack. Overload is great. And V of the Vanguard. V of the Vanguard was in the deck, right? But again, it's already 1 cost. I don't think we need the discount. As additional cost, you may charge your hero soul any number of times, and then tax you control. Well, I suppose saving the 1 card for the pitch might make it worthwhile. And then just, you know, charge 1 extra time. Anyway, not a great Monarch box. Oh well. Still some decent cards for speculation. Then if we return to the Monarch anytime soon. So, we ended up with Soul Food being the best card out of this, maybe. Overall, not some great cards. And the Bolting Blade is obviously a nice, good Bolton-esque finisher. Soul Shard, Nourishing, Shadows. I guess the Hexagol is kind of cool. And Time Skipper for the gold foil. Not fantastic. Means we're now on to Tails. Where is Tails? Oh, it's right at the bottom. I suppose we can do them out of order. Everfest is on top of it. We'll open Everfest and then we'll open Tails. Alright, Everfest still has a ton of pools to find as well. It's actually, you know, it's a good thing to sort of look at, right? So both, obviously, Everfest and Klloo don't have fantastic elves. So you can sort of see the value get redistributed to the M's a bit better. Which is kind of nice. Where is it? Everfest. Not red, so it throws me off. Oh, well. Done. Paper packs and they're going everywhere on my desk. Trying to keep them in a weird pile. Alright. Interesting. I was confused for a second, but it's just a card upside down. Does that mean we have a chance to find some other errors? That would be nice. Oh. Okay. It is the whole box, maybe, where the foil card is upside down. It's fairly interesting. Don't see that every day. 3 for 3? No. Is it an M, maybe? That's a good start. Microprocessor and this round's on me. Yeah, that's some really nice M's to pull from Everfest. So just weird coincidence that the first 2 packs we grabbed both had it upside down. Oath of Steel. Interesting. Too early to say we're getting lucky. Life of the party, yeah, no. Thinking it was going to be a extra juicy box. Earthlord Bounty. Wow. This is a lot of M's in a short period. Another card upside down. Yeah, okay. There's something weird going on with this box. Nothing. So one of these packs is going to be absolutely spectacular. Maybe I'm just crazy. Another upside down. Upside down is a Bare Fangs. And no M. I was going to say maybe if the card's upside down, no M, but we did get one pack where it wasn't upside down, no M. But I mean, we've done less than a quarter and we're already at 5 Majestics. So interesting. Actually, maybe the whole case is wonky. Another upside down. No M. Although maybe the Emeritus Golding is worth pulling aside. Not upside down, but no M. Missing something? Maybe I should be going through all the cards. There has to be some sort of reason to it, right? Not upside down, and an M. White token. It's okay. It's definitely more M's than it should be. It looks like. Not upside down, no M. Not upside down, no M. Strange. Upside down, and no M. Very weird. Alright, a few packs left, and then we'll go through the M. We've just been flabbergasted by whatever's going on. But it seems like we're back on rate. If we don't get any more M's, then it's a normal-ish box. Just with a few cards upside down every now and then. If we pull a couple more M's, I'm going to say we're above rate. Upside down, so I'm going to say no M. Yeah. Upside down, so no M. Nope, that's wrong. Ready to roll. Just weird. But I do think we're above M's. We'll count them in a second. Not upside down, nothing. Every third pack has an upside down foil. Not upside down and nothing. And there was 2 sneaky packs left. Not upside down and no M. Nothing glorious. No, just full pack of Fables. But still. How many M's did we pull? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope. We're normal. We got distracted by the weirdness. Screwed up the lid for the box too. I don't think we pulled any substantial M's either. Unfortunately. Double check. A Clarity Potion, the Cold Foil. I mean, the opt with Blaze could be interesting, but I don't think she needs that many charges. Ready to roll. One day we'll get gambling again. Prince of Eternity, Klloo Pounder, it's kind of interesting. Earthball Bounty, Oath of Steel. I think it was just that first pack, right, with the microprocessor. And this round's on me with the good M's of the box. So, not really too exciting. Oh well. Alright, so that means we're on to Tails. Weird water damage box of Tails, from the looks of it. As long as the stuff inside is fine. What do we care? They look fine to me. We're running out of room. Boxes are open, so I can't actually stack them on top of each other. Alright. Tails. Again, anyone wanting to open Tails for Rosetta, Not as much crossover as you might think, even with the new Earth Guardian Terra, right? It's still not a lot of cards that will convert one-to-one. But there are still, again, what looks to be some great staples that you might want to pick up in one way or the other. We'll see if we can find any of them. Or finally find a Secret Horizon. Because Andrew keeps taunting me with how many he's found, and I'm yet to pull a single one. Alright, so I think we're going in the middle. Yeah. But then the cold foil or something's at the back or something like that. I think I have to thumb through every card in order to make sure I don't miss anything. Which is fine. You can still do it fairly quickly. Don't like to waste time here. Oh, Awakening, if it ever comes back. Probably won't though. Just, and in their words, limiting design. It's way too strong. Nada. And back, nada. Yeah. Look at the icons, not the cards. That's the easiest way to do this. Commons, rares, exposed to the elements. Not useful, right? Earth and ice. Well, I suppose it could be kind of interesting. What's the either way? So if it's fused with ice, destroy equipment with 0 block. Unless they pay 2, and then if it's earth, put a -1 counter on target equipment. 2 to put a -1 counter, and 2 to force them to pay 2? Maybe. Maybe. Lightning Surge. And no. Maybe that does seem kind of interesting tech play. Stable equipment. I'm curious though if the wording has been errated, right? And 0 is the same as nothing. Otherwise, nada. Into more nada. Come through everything, make sure. We want all the lightning cards. Rites of Lightning. When you attack with the Rites of Lightning, if it's fused, deal 1 arcane damage. If you deal arcane damage, you gain Gold Gab. See, that just seems great for aggro. For Lightning Rune Blade. Oh, Oaken Old. Yeah, so we're getting the wrong cards. Plain and simple. We want nothing to do with Oldhim. But the and on that is the problem. And we'll probably never ever see use again. Nada. Oh. So far, not a good start. Ice Storm. Interesting. The Ice and Lightning Fusion, right? Oh, it's Ranger. Never mind. We're not getting a Ranger. So, I kind of wish that was the other strike deck, right? That it was a Ranger. It could have been, again, no Ice. You just do Lightning Ranger instead of Lightning Runeblade. Yeah. At least then, you know, a lot more cards are populated. Where are the actual goodies? Halfway and nothing at all of interest. Blizzard. Ice is not a thing. Oh wait, yeah, I just realized ice is not a thing. So exposed to the elements is... I was looking at it the wrong way. I know so many people don't want ice to come back, but I think just for the sake of cards, right? It has to. They just have to find a way to manage it and balance it properly. Nada. Maybe I don't have to check the back. No cold fall yet either. Which means it can still be the Secret Horizon. But it's probably not. Aren't there any M's too? Come on. Force of Nature. Too bad it's Briar. Would it have seen play? It probably would, right? Saw a lot of play in Briar. So if it was convertible to the new Earth one, maybe. But they also seem to be going in a different direction with the Earth Runeblade. With the, Decay? Is it Decay? Whatever the cycle Earth Guard mechanic is. No cold fall, no nothing. Winter's Wail. Horrible. Inspire Lightning. Fuse, deal 1 arcane damage. Eh. Not looking good. There's only a few packs left. I think this is back-to-back horrible Tails boxes. Autumn's Touch. Dustblade. I mean, it's sorta, kinda, a little looks like the weapon. So when you attack with Dustblade, if you played an attack action card and a non-attack action card, put a 1 counter on it at the beginning of your end phase if you haven't attacked. Yeah, so it's similar to Dorinthia's, right? And you can stack it up. I feel like this is going to be maybe insanely easy to get done in the Lightning Runeblade. You know, except for the fact that LL. God, I hate the signature weapon system. That would probably see really decent play in the Lightning Runeblade. Because it feels so easy to achieve that and go for a weapon swinging build. Alright, there's still 3 packs left. You can still find something else. Maybe. Oh, too far. No M. Come on. Junk. And more junk. Yeah, okay. Those last few boxes were kinda disappointing. We might have time for 2 more. I wanna open another true box. See if it is something wonky going on with the cakes. I also want to open more Klloo, but I do have a lot of Klloo. So not a decent stack of M's to sign the build. Alright, we'll go with another box of Everfest first. Considering we still have Everfest open. Don't destroy the box this time. There was no good way to do that. You're gonna go everywhere anyway. Alright. Do we get some upside down cards again? Or was it just the singular box? That's the question. So far, so good. I guess it's not as good. We like wonky stuff. Especially when we can Gambler Fallacy, connect it to something. Oh, Shimmers of Silver. Really nice, right? I think it's come down, but it's still really strong, right? That's still what you want for Enigma. Is it still on the first page? I mean, we're still... It is. But I would say it has... Gonna get up to like a $20 card. Yeah, well, it still kind of is. It hasn't dropped that much, actually. But did... Well, the Rainbow Fall is held. The normal. Which is, again, this whole weird idea, right? Where when a card is just wanted for play, people really stop caring whether or not it's the normal or the foil. The normal catches up to the foil and then crashes. But I mean, a $10 card is still nice. Obviously, if you had them back then, I would have moved them, and I think I sold mine anyway. Alright. Old Fall straight away. It's just a Talisman. Maybe one day the Talismans. What's this one? When a source you control deals exactly 2 damage, destroy it and all cards in one arsenal. I mean, that is kind of interesting. I wonder if you could do something arcane-wise with that. Another this round's on me is really good, though. Because turning, you know, any spell that does 2 arcane damage into also Arsenal Destruction could be really pressuring. Nerves of Steel, horrible card. Every time I look at it, I start reading and go, oh yeah, that's pretty cool. And then realize, no. No, it is not. Yeah, so no upside down, so it's just the one box. That was a bit intriguing. What we want is a ton of Aether Wildfire, and then we sell them right before the ban comes out. I don't see how Wizard progresses without getting rid of that. But they also, I don't see how Kano progresses without maintaining it. I feel like they want Kano to LL, and then they want to maybe get rid of Aether Wildfire to open up new direction for all the new wizards. Well, when I say all, you know, the two. Oh, nada. Show us the good stuff. None of that is the good stuff. Nada. Vexing Quill Hand. Does see... No, it doesn't see play do it, does it? Because it's only one off. With Arcane Barrier, maybe. Maybe it does. Definitely good for the burst potential. Maybe if it was 3 rune chance, right? And it was used as an enabler for rune gates. Some of the other discounts. I mean, the 2 discounts still probably useful in its own right. Common Gloom Veil, though, is definitely a good pickup. Let's see. Middle row. But it is rising. So I guess it's being speculated on for the new rune blades. If you have played or created 1 or more auras this turn, which does seem like a lightning thing, right? Gains go again. If you played or created 2 or more, it has +1. 3 or more when this hits hero, they can't prevent arcane damage. Wait, the rune chant tokens, do they count as auras? I can never remember. Because I don't think that's a heavy ask, right? I've seen it played a lot. It does definitely sort of seem like a lightning wizard type of thing. Other than that, still nada. Into another Earthlore bounty. Whenever you draw a card with an effect of an action card, create a size search like for each card drawn that way. I feel like Guardian is missing just like a 20 cost card, something insane, or a way to pop Seismic Surge quicker. Because the idea behind that card, right, is you draw a lot, that covers the heavy cost of whatever you're doing that turn, and then you also set up for the next turn and cover the cost. And that way, instead of doing the normal Guardian-esque thing of big turn, slow turn, big turn, slow turn, you can go 2 big turns in a row, which is nice design, but it does obviously fall flat. Mainly just draws at a big premium. No EAs, not even rare EAs. Anything? Nope. Payload. 12 shimmers is a nice pickup. But altogether, I think that's an average of first box. I mean, we hit, you know, decent M's. I mean, this round's on me 2 shimmers and a swarming gloom veil. Again, probably cover the cost of the box. Throw in the Klloo pounder. Right, we're probably happy. But yeah, you know what? I can't really complain. We skipped out on a lot of the bad M's. Yeah, no, I take it back. That was a good first box. Alright, we'll do one more Klloo, I think, and then that should be right about the time for me to go. So much rubbish. So much bulk. Alright. Another box of Klloo. And hopefully a little bit better music. God, it's so nice opening Klloo. It's such thick boxes. It's a weird thing to love, but yeah. Okay. What can we find? Not much to start off. I mean, Whirling Mist Blossom's kind of cool. I do want foils though. The Klloo. Dauntless. Interesting. High speed impact. Plasma barrel shots. The gun I want to love, but seems so hard. So remove a steam counter and attack. You have to pay 2 to put a steam counter on it. And X is equal to the number of times you've boosted this turn. If it wasn't a heavy ask to put steam counters on it, maybe. So I could see that just as a great way. Maybe getting more damage out of it than the pistol. But at the 2 cost, I think that just shuts down your turns. And that's the big issue with it. Just requires a little too much setup. Or maybe for Blitz, if it started with a steam counter, and then you start to pay 2 to refresh the steam counter maybe. But as it is, it's just, yeah. It's not going to work. And you could probably get to, what, 3 damage consistently? We did get Snag. Snag is fantastic. Snag seems to be the M you want to find. Weird, because, you know, I've always felt that its effect has been really useful. It was a great way to slow things down for a Melody deck. Reaping Blade. Actually, that can go up here. And the Snag's in the wrong position, too. M. And nada. I feel like I remember Meet and Greet being a good Runeblade card as well. Yeah. Mandible Claw. Another signature weapon that will never succumb. This can't. Although, I can see it's staying somewhat firm. Right, the Cat's Eye, you know, I mean, it was Cat's Eye. So maybe that's understandable as to why the Centauri Sabers were kept around. But it does also seem like they could have easily printed a newer iteration. So far with just a Snag, I still think the box is really good. Heron's Flight is not a fantastic one though. If Brain Dancer's last attack was combat chainless attacks, gains +2, and you may choose. It can't be defended by attack action cards, it can't be defended by non-attack action cards. Too variable. And not enough damage to make it interesting enough. Got the foil. They Crush the Weak. Show us something big. Yeah. Arc Smash. Roll 6-sided dice, destroy up to 6 items. Well, X items. Well, X, sorry, half, so up to 3. We get a ton of item support, maybe. But it seems like they attempted that with Bright Lights, and it didn't stick well. Again, I'll say this every time I talk about Bright Lights. They should just made the items available to all. That probably would have at least led to some fun experimentation. Maybe something busted. Considering Thorns. Seems like we're kind of low on the M's. Barraging and nada. Brutal Assault. Balls of War. It's okay. Wow, I suppose they have made a little bit more use for copper. Especially with like the resource storing and whatnot. Zen State can go up there. Special-esque foil. I think Spoil of War is still kind of high for the Klloo. Suppose we should look stuff up. It's the main reason I have this open. Feels like it's getting a little bit pointless. We basically just discussed the cards. Speaking of Centauri Saber, there we are. So, 1 cost for 2. I feel like they could have printed something else, right? There could have been some way to power creep it, such not power creep it, and just give it an alternative version. Klloo. Balls of War. Still looking like it's the top M. Yeah, $10 M. Is that right? Into a foil Mandible Claw and a Rattled Bones. I think Rattled Bones is interesting. Banish target, Runeblade attack action card from your graveyard. You may play it this turn. If you dealt arcane damage to an opposing hero, you may play Rattle Bones as our instant. Which means it generates an action point. So that's actually super strong. I guess that's sort of the birth of the instant giving action point mechanic. Well, missing, I don't know, like 2 M's? Maybe 1, to be average. Well, meet and greets. Mangle and a Talishare. Mangle's okay. Destroy target equipment they control with a negative counter on it. I think that's too unreliable. I think we do need more equipment disruption and destruction. I just don't know how to properly balance it. So it's not, you know, devastating, right? If it's just a straight up destroy any equipment you want, then that'd be kind of problematic. So having the 1 counter requirement is interesting, but then, you know, it has to be something with Battle Worn or Temper, something that actually sticks around. It also then, most likely, has already, you know, been used for its value. But still an interesting concept. Alright, so Coax Commotion to end off. Not fantastic. So, but we did get the 2 M's that we were asking for. Snag, definitely the standout. Rattle Bones and Swallow War, probably next. Where is Rattle Bones? I wonder if it's being speculated on or it's flat because maybe it's just not needed. But it seems really strong, right? You get to play any card from the graveyard. You get an action point. Intriguing. Jokes is meh. Mangle is meh. Arc Smash is meh. Heron's Fight is meh. Yeah, so 3. 3 okay cards. Altogether, I think we've done alright. Right, we pulled 1 L. That counts for something. Other than that, guess we'll open more next time, because I do just, again, want to slowly make my way through the sealed I have. I don't know. I'd rather the idea of finding the M's I have, maybe finding, you know, slightly above value, and just holding, and then when something gets announced, selling stuff off quickly. Because, you know, if I'd cracked all my tails prior to the Rosetta announcement, yeah, that would have been glorious. I'm sure a lot of people actually, you know, moved quite a lot in that initial week, right? And now it's falling flat again. So we get more stuff, more details, more actual concrete idea of what is useful. So yeah, I think that's the way to go. Hold your M's, maybe, you know, buy cheap M's, and then as stuff cycles around, right? It's just a waiting game. Anyway, we will leave it there for today. So anyone watching post, thank you. Anyone still hanging around, thanks as always. Hope you have a good rest of whatever it is. Day, night, morning, noon. Anyway, I'm off to lunch.